Well, this is it. We're at the summit. We're right on the top. My fantasy playlist, October 18th, 1997, at number one. And to be honest with you, this is not really a number one record. There were some songs that I put at number one on my fantasy playlist in the past that I now find questionable. This song probably more of a top 20 on my fantasy playlist than a number one, but number one it is from number 13, jumping from number 13 to number one. Rapper Busta Rhymes, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Number one on my fantasy playlist. October 18th, 1997. It's from his album, his second album, When Disaster Strikes. His first hit was Woo Ha. Remember, his first big hit was Woo Ha back in 1996. And one of the songs that is sampled in this record is Sweet Green Fields by Seals and Crofts. Sweet Green Fields was from their sixth album, I believe, called Get Closer, which came out in 1976, Seals and Crofts. The video was directed by Hype Williams. Hype Williams, a very prolific director back in the day. He directed The Rain by Missy Elliott, her breakout hit back in 1997, might have been 96. He also directed D'Angelo's Lady, Gotham City by R. Kelly, and one of my favorite R&B records in the 90s. He directed the video to Blackberry Molasses by Busta. I believe that was back in the summer of 96, I think. Busta, that was a jam right there. Blackberry Molasses, was delighted to find out about that. But he comes in at number one now. Busta Rhymes, video directed by Hype Williams. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That's it. That wraps it up. Wraps up the countdown of my fantasy playlist. There's more to come. Next fantasy playlist I'm going to start on, this will be for my second Millennium channel. I'll get on this probably on Wednesday night. No, Thursday night. Thursday night, well, it'll be later on this week. Next fantasy playlist for my second Millennium channel will be the last week of 2000. December 30th, 2000. Be counting down the fantasy playlist. Boy, it's going to be a fun one to do. Got some British hits on here that I want to share with you, including the Hamster Dance by Hampton the Hamster. Got Faith Hill, Lenny Kravitz on this fantasy playlist. Ludacris. Yes, we're going to throw down, baby. Got Coldplay's first hit on this fantasy playlist. Eminem. And some dance music by Spiller. Got Good Charlotte, their first hit, first hit on this fantasy playlist. And I'll start on that one in about later on this week, probably this weekend. Next fantasy playlist for my 80s and 90s YouTube channel. I'll do this one. Probably start on it in November. Next fantasy playlist will be the week of November the 29th, 1986. It's going to be a fun one. This will be a 43 record playlist that I will count down. I'll probably get on this one in November, probably about 4 to 6 weeks from now. But Lionel Richie, Billy Idol, Bruce Springsteen, and gosh dog, Cactus World News, forgotten about them. That's one thing I like about counting down these old fantasy playlists. Brings back some memories of these groups I'd forgotten about. But be counting down that fantasy playlist in about a month or two. Well, about 4 to 6 weeks. Week of 11th, November 29th, 1986. For my 80s and 90s YouTube channel. And for my second Millennium channel, next playlist I'll count down, December 30th, 2000. Countdown goes on. Thanks for watching the videos. Really do appreciate it. And that's it. That's all I got to say right now. Therefore, I'll see you on the next countdown. Take care of yourself.